And now people are sitting around shocked, confused, embarrassed. They are in hiding. When I tell you, God is he has so much humor. And I was getting dressed and I was getting ready to leave out the house, and I seen a vision of a person just like terrified. They know that now you have started to speak your truth. You are no longer allowing them to skate all over your life anymore. Baby, these people are so terrified of you because they are so scared that you are going to say their name. They are so scared that you are going to expose them, that you are going to put the exposure in a box with a pretty little bow right outside their front doorstep. But this is not what we're here for. This is the part that they could never understand. You have never been the evil person that they are. You could never do them the way they do you. Exposure is here because God has commanded it to be here. And my motto is, if you don't want anybody exposing things about you, you should be a good person. You should be somebody in this earth that you wouldn't care about. You don't care about any type of exposure because there's nothing to expose other than you are a kind, good-hearted person, a God-loving person. And there's nothing left to expose. There is no evil works there to expose because all of your works in this earth have been good, have been pure. Are you perfect? No. But you strive to be. And God knows that. And you're not one of those people that's going out here doing evil, but yet God knows my heart. You're not one of those type of people. So you're not out here to expose them, to make people look at them in a different light. Because if that were your approach, then you would be doing them the same way they done you. Except for yours is the truth and theirs was a lie. That's not what we're here for. But God is exposing these people and they are terrified. They are terrified because you have always been this gentle person. You don't do all the extra. You don't do all of that. So for you to step outside of the box that they put you in, these people are terrified. They don't know what to do with themselves anymore. Some of these people are still coming up with more lies on today. They are coming up with more lies on top of more lies because they know that your truth has outweighed the lies that they previously told. People are putting two and two together now, and they're already seeing that there is no way that the lies they told on you could be true. And this is why a lot of people get close to you. They try to get close to you, and then they turn into jealous people just like them. You give off this mysterious energy to where people can't really put their finger on who you are. And God has designed it to be that very way. Nobody should ever try to think that they've got you pinpointed, that they got you in this box, because God is always constantly taking you from glory to glory. There's always going to be movement in your life. But when people figure out that you are not this person that they lied and said that you are, then they start to malfunction. They start acting up real bad. You have this celebrity energy. You have this celebrity energy that rubs off on people, and it makes them feel so intimidated. And this is another reason for why the toxic person in your life, they wanted to manipulate you. They wanted you to think that you were not that girl. They wanted you to think you wasn't that guy. And there's a lot that goes into being that girl and being that guy. And you have the factors. You are her. You are him. And they know that. This is why they worked so hard to keep you torn down and thinking less of yourself. And now that you have popped out and you now know your power, you know your worth, these people are shaken. They are scared. They're terrified. And I'm not saying this because this is what you want to inflict on people, because we never want to make people fearful. We don't want to make people feel lesser than. We don't want to do any of that to anybody. We don't want to make people feel like they have to be in fear of anything, because we know that fear comes from the devil. But this is what these people are feeling right now, because they have been connected to the devil. And this is what happens. He lures them in to make them think that they are above, that they are higher than the Most High, that they can do things and get away with it, and they would never have to deal with the consequences that comes behind it. And then whenever everything hits the fan, and he still ends up turning around on them and cursing their life. He still ends up taking them through every single thing that he wanted them to take you through. You see how the enemy doesn't care about anybody. He don't love nobody. He got kicked out of heaven himself for trying to outdo God. So now he is upset. He wants to bring everybody, baby, he wants to take every child of God he can with him. He has lured them in to make them think that they got something. But the very minute they don't accomplish what they set out to accomplish, it's over. And this is what you see in these people's lives right now. It is over because they didn't accomplish what he set out for them to accomplish. And that was to destroy you. People are getting a rude awakening now. Now they're realizing that they should have never targeted you. Now they're realizing that you was never the one to come up against. Now that they're realizing it, they have realized it a little bit too late. Now they're scared, and they're hoping that you don't say their name. But we work for God. We don't work for the devil. God will do the exposing. We just doing the work. We just doing the work, okay? I love you. You're going to be all right.